We just left Universal Studios Hollywood, and now we're heading to Warner Brothers. The two studios are very close to each other, and both are worth visiting. In this video, I'm going to show you in real time how quickly you can drive from Universal to Warner Brothers. During the drive, my husband and I will share fun facts about living in LA, and several times we've seen celebrities. So this is Lankershim Boulevard right here. If you park up at Universal, or if you're staying at the Hilton or the Sheraton, it is up this hill right here, and the theme park is up there. We parked across the street and walked across this bridge. Check the description box for a link to my video about how to save big on parking at Universal Studios Hollywood. Our GPS is saying 9 minutes to the Warner Brothers tour. I have a video about the tour, and they do have a parking garage there. We're not going to pay to park in the garage. We are going to find street parking for free because in Burbank, they don't have meters. The parking is free. It's amazing. Okay, we're going to drive right by Universal right now. This is the back lot of Universal, not the theme park, although the tram does go on. If we can stay in the right lane, that'd be great. No, through traffic, merge left, so I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go right by the gate. So like if you're, Steven Spielberg or Ron Howard or whatever, you're entering through these gates. Universal, right there. And the backlot tour, which is included on the Universal Studios Hollywood, it's an attraction. It's probably my favorite part. It's definitely my favorite part. That is included, but that's right there. We used to live right over here. We might go by our old apartment. So if you wanted to park for free and walk to Universal, you could park up in here. These say 2-hour parking.
These are meters.
Yeah. But there's a neighborhood called Toluca Lake, and we're almost there right now. Toluca Lake. If you drive through the neighborhood, you could find free street parking. Like their houses just parked in front of their cars parked in front of their houses. So that says 2 hours, but they are not all 2 hours. You just have to look at the signs. Like that street, it looks like you could park on. If you really want free parking and you don't mind a long walk. It would be a walk, but then you could still take the shuttle up the hill. Okay, we're driving through Toluca Lake right now. Are we gonna come out by our apartment? This is gonna be ledge up here. Yeah, when we first got married, we're gonna show you where we lived. The place that this apartment building is built, they used to sell Christmas trees on it. I remember driving home from work and this was a Christmas tree lot. We've moved a couple times since then, but this was the building straight in front of us. That was the first place we lived when we got married. We were on the first floor on the corner. Right there, that building. Just down the street from Bob Hope's house and Billy Ray Cyrus's house, Demi Lovato's house, all back in the day. I don't know who lives here now. A lot of celebrities live over in Toluca Lake. This is the good side of Toluca Lake, the rich side. This is the still rich, but not, as prestigious side. We love to go for walks around Toluca Lake. We saw Bob Hope's wife once before she died, just like out power walking.
Yep. I think she was over 100 at the time, and she had her little hand weights.
She was so nice. She said hello.
Yeah, I'm like, no security, no anybody, she was just out walking.
Yeah. Like
any other person and anyone in their own neighborhood.
So again, if you are in LA to go to Universal Studios, you also might want to drive through Toluca Lake. I haven't looked to see what celebrities live there now, but I'm sure there are some. I know we used to love looking at open houses when we were over here. We looked at one house that was on the lake. There is a lake that's Toluca Lake. And it was like Damon Wayans' house. Yep. It was a nice house. That was my favorite of the houses that we looked at. It was right on the lake. I really liked, they had kind of like almost his and hers offices downstairs, which we really liked that. And then Bob's Big Boy, you could see Jay Leno over there.
Yep.
They do like a classic car night.
Someone was saying that they were at Bob's Big Boy at like one of the classic car nights, and somebody's like, man, that looked just like Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. And they're like, dude, we're in LA. That was Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino.
I have those thoughts sometimes where, I mean, like one time we were in Burbank and we were eating at CPK, and you don't even have to second guess because you know by the voice of a lot of people.
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond.
The brother.
Yeah. I'm sure he's done other stuff too.
Well, yeah.
But he was sitting at the table right behind us. Which you knew just by his voice. So you just never know if you're in this part of town, even if you're just eating at, you know, it doesn't have to be a fancy place. I remember I was in, this was years ago, the show, what's the girl from Big Bang Theory?
Kaylee Cuoco?
Yeah, and what the show that she was on before that.
Oh,
8 Simple Rules.
8 Simple Rules, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was another like redheaded girl that was on the show with her, and they were sisters. Back in that day, I was in Target in Burbank, and I'm positive it was the two of them looking at makeup in Target.
Yep.
Like, I just, you know, because you do a second, it's like, wow, that really looks like the girls from the show. It's like, it is the girls from that show.
We went to a play, and out of the car in front of us, Howard, Leonard, and Penny step out of the car.
The actors that play, from Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
And it's just like, only in LA. Well, I mean, New York.
Here's the Warner Brothers water tower. I hope you liked all those tidbits from our life as we drove here. We've lived in LA a long time. And my husband particularly sometimes talks about moving, but then we do a day where we go to Universal and Warner Brothers and just fun things that remind us why LA is so unique, and it's like being on vacation just living here sometimes. I mean, you know, other places I'm sure are awesome too, but we just sometimes appreciate where we live more than others. Just drive straight to the water tower if you can. Just headbutt it.
Well,
is this a turn only?
No, but I can turn there.
Don't go straight.
Ugh.
Please. I don't care if it takes us longer. This is just a cool shot. Take me to the water tower.
To the water tower.
I remember I had a friend visiting out here about a year after I moved here after college, and I don't know if it's still there, but there was some fast food place. We turned right down here, and we stopped there so she could get a picture by the water tower. It said, like, you know, no parking except for customers, but we parked for 5 minutes anyway. So if you're driving here from Hollywood, this road, like, it would usually, when we used to live in the apartment we just showed you, we would drive by Warner Brothers on our way home. Not necessarily because it was the most convenient, just because we liked driving by Warner Brothers on the way home. When I first moved out here, I grew up in Ohio, and when I first moved out here, I thought it's gonna be weird when it's no longer weird to be here. It's gonna be weird when things like the Warner Brothers water tower and you know, seeing the dwarves holding up the sign at Disney, and we're holding up the roof at Disney, and you know, just all the things about living in LA that are quirky. It's gonna be weird when that seems normal. I wouldn't say it seems normal, but sometimes I don't appreciate it as much as I first did. It's been like over 20 years, so. Okay. We are at Warner Brothers. That is tour parking right there. We are not going on the tour, but be sure to check out my video about the tour. I think I'm seeing plenty of street parking. Yeah. I hope. I think we can just, oh well, we can park right there. Yeah, so we're gonna do a U-turn. And we're gonna go inside, and there's supposed to be some Friends stuff here. They always have different things. Back when Barbie movie was here, they had the Barbie movie like souvenirs. I think they had the car, the pink Corvette, and everything, like in the lobby, or in the lobby, for lack of a better word, where you would enter the tour. So once again, free street parking, even if you don't do the tour. If you're here to see Universal, we are literally parking on the street right now for free, and we're gonna walk inside and see the store.
During this trip to Warner Brothers, we saw some amazing displays in the lobby celebrating the anniversaries of Friends and Goonies. I recommend checking out that video next. I've put a link in the description box. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified about upcoming videos about fun places worth visiting in Southern California and beyond. See you next time.